Staying on smartphones for a minute, Apple Store customers, employees say retail locations are no longer shopper-friendly. Originally reported by Bloomberg. Will, you've had this experience, man. You ever try to buy anything in the Apple Store?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nightmare, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Who do I pay? Where there's no more cashier?
Yeah, I think it's like, it seems too modern.
It's too much.
Like, I don't know what's going on. I walk in there, I want to ask for help, but everyone is just walking around.
It's a fancy town.
People.
So, of course, Apple, they hired, what was her name? Angela Earhartz. Is that how you say it? Earhartz. Yeah. Anyway, she came from Burberry. She came from the fashion industry, and she wanted to change the retail store experience at Apple. She wanted to turn the stores into town squares. You may remember when she was hired, the keynote, they used that terminology on stage, town squares, where shoppers could hang out and, in industry parlance, spend time with the brand. Apple, just spend time with the brand. I know Jack likes to do that. He likes to go there and spend time with the brand. Just, what a thing to say, spend time with the brand. What are we? Will, I'll be back later. I gotta go spend time with the brand. It's my favorite brand, so I'm gonna go spend time with them. You're like, wait, do you need to buy anything? I'm like, nah, just spend time with the brand. It's like, Lou, what are you talking about? You got things to do. We got tasks. You got people in your life, and you're spending time with the brand? Anyway, I'm obviously making fun of it. It's not what they mean. They mean like a branded, a welcoming place where the brand is nice and good. But anyhow, this meant that they moved things around. The Genius counter was replaced with Genius Groves, comfortable seating under trees, tables, and roaming geniuses, which I don't know about you, Will, but I would love to spend my time with roaming geniuses. I mean, that's just another day in the office here, really, with the group of us. We like to call ourselves roaming geniuses, in fact. Kirk shows up to work. There's another roaming genius to add to the party here. Because what's better than a genius, guys, is a roaming genius. He's just a genius ready. He's on call. He's roaming. You get to have this access to this genius whenever you want. He's a roaming genius. It's better than a genius. Anyway, so checkout counters, they disappeared in favor of salespeople armed with mobile devices. And the goal was to make Apple stores more like luxury showrooms. Anyway, apparently it's not going so well, according to a few reports here. Both employees and customers are saying, look, it's frustrating. I don't even know. I can't buy anything. I'm trying to find the right cashier or ask for the thing that I need. And it's a whole process. I've experienced it myself. Will seems to agree with me. Kirk, have you ever tried to buy anything at the Apple store? It's a whole process.
I mean, they're nice people. I got to say.
Absolutely.
Like, they want to chit-chat.
Listen, I go in there. I chat it up. I spend time with the brand. So, and, but anyway, I think maybe some of the employees actually might even agree that a little bit more order inside the space could be useful, because they're the ones that are probably having to deal with the irate customers that are like, where do I pay? Hurry up. What do I do? And they're having to say, well, you got to wait for the right person. I'm a genius. I can't help you. Probably hate saying that. Any person would. They want to be able to help directly. And they each have these different roles inside. So they might not be able to. But this is another one for the audience. I'm sure everybody watching this, or at least a lot of people, have probably been to an Apple store. Leave your vote down below. Are you a town square kind of person? Are you a roaming genius yourself? Or would you prefer it to be more like a typical store where there's a cash you can walk to and pay for something or ask for something? I will say, in defense of Apple, because they really did something special with the retail store in general, like as far as rolling it out as widely as they did and granting access to try their products, which didn't exist previously. Now Microsoft tried to replicate it. So you got to give them some credit for that. And then the other difficult part about having a retail store for these types of products is they're very expensive. And we talked about in a previous episode how they have to deal with theft and the potential for theft. And they have to have laptops and smartphones and very expensive things. So you can't just walk in and grab one. So that's not the solution, obviously. And it's a hurdle that they have to overcome to streamline that process. But apparently the current situation is not doing that. So they can make improvements. Everybody can improve always. That's the rule. So we'll see what they end up doing. But I have to say, if it's up to me, I would prefer a more typical experience. I probably would go there more often if I wasn't chasing around roaming geniuses. That's just my opinion on the matter.
Do you talk to sales staff? Do you like to chat with them, or do you just go in and out?
It's not a big chat with me. You know, I'm moving around. I got things to do. But I do appreciate the speedy. If I can have a speedy experience, I'm appreciative. If I can, that's probably number one for me.
If you have the option to.
Yeah, if I can get in there, find the right person for the job, say, here's what I want, and also not be hassled too much on the additional items. Here's the Apple Care, whatever. To each their own if you want to buy that thing. But I like to get that out of the way as early as possible. I just be like, look, I just want to get this thing. Thank you very much. And so that's the optimal experience for me. Get the thing. Get on with your life. I mean, I could deal with like an Apple Store vending machine. If I needed some product real quick, I could just type it in, have it. Yeah, Amazon Go. I need the Amazon Go Apple Store. I don't think it's going to work. Are you trying to trigger me with this guy again?
Yep.
The sandwich guy who doesn't know how to buy a sandwich?
He buys it correctly. Come on now.
I can't believe we're going back here. You know, a lot of people in the comments agreed with me on the sandwich guy from the previous episode. You got to look at a sandwich. You got to examine a sandwich. Jack, what's your take? Do you buy a sandwich like that? You look at a sandwich. Jack looks at a sandwich.
He does. It's a couple seconds.
Kirk,
anyway.
Round out the vote here. You look at a sandwich? 5 minutes. I don't know if I do 5 minutes of sandwich inspection, but Willie Do, you're the odd man out here. Okay, you can't. You got to take care. Inspect your food a little bit, okay? It's a safe thing. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that's his go-to sandwich. But then in that case, you don't really even look at all.
Look at that.
If it's your go-to,
come on.
If it's your go-to sandwich, you just grab it and start walking. You still check. Well, it's one or the other as far as I'm concerned. And the thing is, the Amazon Go thing is so new that like this guy, how long's he really been going there with his go-to sandwich? But maybe there's more to the story. There might be. It's a commercial. What can we really do?